Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our June edition of the ILCA 5-Day Challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I am your humble hostess for today. Now, there is something that I always like to say, and that is we totally understand there are so many different things you can be doing with your time. My goodness, the nighttime is the right time for family and for preparation of the next day. So the fact that you guys decided to come on out and hear what we have to say, of course, it makes us so very happy. So again, thank each and every one of you for being here. And my goodness, let me tell you something. Last month, I was saying, oh, this is the best 5-day challenge we've ever had, but we blew it all the way out of the park this month. Not only did we talk, thank you, Sweet Pea, thank you. Not only did we talk about what is blockchain, we talked about cryptocurrency. We talked about how do you buy cryptocurrency, and then we had the opportunity, the blessing from hearing from a powerhouse like Lanu Langi of Crypto Voyagers last night. I don't know about you guys, but man, I have a whole page full of notes between her and our educator. Man, that was powerful. So, like I said last night, don't worry. We're always going to step it up another notch for you. So, tonight is a very, very special 5-day challenge. Why? Because we're talking about the most important part of your cryptocurrency journey. And what is that? Security. Yes. Why is that so very important? This isn't the bank, babies. You can't just call them up and dispute a charge. That's not going to happen. You can't just say, whoopsie, I made a mistake. Can I get my money back? No. So we definitely need to keep our ears open and keep our minds open to all the information that we'll be hearing tonight. And it's not just me that's maximizing on this wonderful information. It is everybody here. Hello, my beautiful community. How are you? It is always good to see you guys showing up and showing out. And it's Wednesday. And the fact that you guys, no, excuse me, it's Thriving Thursday. And the fact that you guys are still here is what has me so very proud of you. So you all know the routine by now. Please, as you come on in, type your names in that chat box. So I have the opportunity to tell everybody who is on our VIP side. And if you have the opportunity, please turn on your cameras. One of the best parts about us being on a Zoom call like this is that we get a chance to see all your faces and see those wonderful smiles. So I'm going to go ahead and start saying hello. First up is Miss Rita B coming on in and representing San Diego, California. Hello, love. Thank you so much for being here with us this evening. I see we have Mr. Kenny Taylor representing Los Angeles, California. Hello, King. How are you? Thank you so very much for being here. There's my Empress. Hello, Miss Catherine Clement. How are you, baby? Thank you so very much for being here. Mwah. It is always, always good to see you. I see we have Mr. Clairvaux Albert. Hello, sir. How are you? He is coming on in from Connecticut. It's always good to see you, my friend. Of course, Papa Leonard is out there showing off again. Hello, sir. Getting his steps and working it out. It is always good to see you, sir. And thank you for leading by example. I truly appreciate that. There's my good friend, Iveta. Mwah. Hi, Iveta. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. It's so good to see you, baby. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Of course, we have Mr. Nathan Hansberger is coming on in from Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello, Nathan. How are you? Okay, we'll be back in Las Vegas next year. You keep an eye out for us, okay? I see Don is here with us today. Hello, Don. How are you? Thank you so very much for being here with us. Of course, the beautiful Miss Carla Arrigo is here with us. She is representing St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you so very much for being here with us, Queen. It is always good to see you. I didn't get a chance to say hi to her last time. Her name is Doreen Buckner. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? She is coming on in from Anguilla. It is always good to see you, Queen. Of course, the beautiful love. Her name is Miss Patty Guys. Hi, baby. How are you? She is out there representing San Diego for ILCA. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, my angel is here. Her name is Joyce Easley. Mwah. Thank you so very much for being here, Joyce. And a special shout out to her for everything that she helps us with behind the scenes. Joyce, you are a godsend, baby. Thank you for everything that you do. Miss Janelle Appling is coming on in from Colorado. So I see we are at the top of the hour. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Again, thank you all for joining us for our June edition of the ILCA 5-day challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I will be your humble hostess for today. Now, it is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. Now, for over 8 years, he dedicated his life to learning about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out and share his information with the masses. And this was done by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Casa, and for all the work that you're doing, being our hostess and being there for everybody and helping everybody on customer support behind the scenes and being reliable without having to ask. That's called consistency. I mean, there's a question she asked me years ago about, what are some of the qualities and traits that it takes to become successful? What do I need to learn? And one thing I said at the first is just the ability to show up consistently without having to be told when you don't feel like doing it. And she has been doing that like no other. I don't have to ask her. I don't have to worry about is she going to be there or not. And she's a mother and a wife, has a family of her own that she's got to take care of and her own businesses at the same time. But she's still here consistently for all of you. So thank you, Miss Casa, for all of your hard work as well. So everybody else, I want to congratulate all of you for making it to our fourth night of the 5-day challenge. It's like going to a gym. You're excited at first, but then as the week goes by, it gets a little bit more difficult to show up. And the gain is in the pain at the end of the week, which is why tonight and tomorrow night is the most important nights of this 5-day challenge. Because if you do decide, and let me correct that, it's not a matter of whether you decide or not. You're not going to have a choice. You will be interacting in this space financially. And if you're in our inner circle, we're seeing more and more evidence of this every day around the world. We just saw this morning that Russia, all the Russian banks, they are ordered that by September 1st, 2026, everything has to be done digitally. We saw that the bank, not the banks, who else was that the government order? I think of some, oh yeah, the Federal Reserve and the banks. They are ordering that all banks have to have digital assets available to American customers. Not an option. It is an order. They have to. So you will be in this space, but can you survive in this space? Can you protect yourself? Can you protect your assets? I'm going to share screen and show before I go into the lesson that we just saw some news this morning. Portion of the screen. And this is just today. This article 22 hours ago. And let me get this set up here so I can see you guys. What does this article say? Crypto ATM sting uncovers elderly widow who lost $282,000 in a scam. She was a victim, and she's from Australia. 77-year-old widow thought that she was having a romance with a Belgian man for 2 years. And he got her for her entire life savings. Now, you know who I'm really hurt about? Not necessarily her, but her children. The worst part was having to tell my daughter, her daughter who would be inheriting everything, that she lost her life savings. that took her 40 years to earn, and it only took him 18 months to get. Romance scam called pig butchering. And then you think that's it? What did I say on Monday night? The average person in America that gets scammed is losing anywhere between $22,000 to their life savings. Then we have this right here. Citibank. There's a victim in a $20 million crypto pig butchering scam. He got scammed out of $20 million. Michael Zedell. He sent $20 million in a romance scam commonly called pig butchering, where scammers use a fake persona to build a romantic online relationship with the victim, using it to entice them into a fraudulent investment scheme. Look at this. Last year, romance scammers stole over $5.5 billion across 200,000 identified cases. Now, if those are identified, how many of you think there's more out there that people were so embarrassed that they didn't report? The MoveQuest community right now is undergoing a rash of crypto scamming a year after the Avalanche chain launched. And that's just what we know of. How many have been scammed in the community that didn't say anything and quietly just disappeared because they were embarrassed and we don't even know? I would gather it's much higher than we even know. Just in February, all types of crypto scams stole 9.9 billion, well, that's in 2024, $9.9 billion in 2024. And that could rise this year to $12.4 billion. So it's great that you learn about crypto, you get excited and you want to get involved and you start to build your crypto portfolio. By the way, just a quick shout out to my inner circle members. When I told you guys that I'm being serious on the trading side, oh, I just reset my computer. I'd have to log on in. I'll do that while I'm still talking. So with the topic tonight being, and I'm only doing this because we don't have crypto talk tomorrow morning. you guys, you guys are going to want to see what we have going on. But why is crypto security important? Because as I said, it's one thing to make your money. It's another to be able to keep it. So just so you guys know, in our diamond members and partially inner circle, because this is what it also means to be a part of our membership. I've got 7 trades going on right now, 7 sales on multiple different tokens. So I'm not playing with this. I'm going to show you guys how to make a full-time income from just trading yourself, not using another program that could scam you out of all of your money. When you're educated in the space, you become a walking ATM machine. And we'll talk about that on Monday night on the Monday night recap call. But the worst thing is to earn your crypto and build your portfolio and then to turn around and lose it. Joyce finally pushed the button. You know, when I first got started, it took me 24 hours to first hit my trade button, and I was only using 30 bucks. Joyce has been in this for years. So congratulations. Finally getting the courage to do it. I can teach it all day long, but you're not going to really learn it until you actually do it. Do it yourself. Get yourself out there. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight in this lesson. Let me stop share screen there. Pull it up. We're going to be talking about why crypto security is important. And then tomorrow night, we're going to go over wallet security. So everybody that was here Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, some of them did not show up tonight on the most important night. All right. But you guys are still here. So that is what matters. So you want to pat yourselves on the back. I know how difficult that can be. All right. So screen 2. Let's jump on into this. Why crypto security is important. I want you to imagine this story. You wake up and go to work one day and you hear people talk about how Bitcoin crossed $100,000 for the very first time ever. You have heard about Bitcoin. You have even seen it on the news, but you believed it to be fake. You keep seeing people around you making money, and not a little bit, but a lot. You decide to go to YouTube to do some research and learn that Bitcoin is the best performing asset in the past 15 years. So you say to yourself that you can do this also, and you don't want to be left behind. You've had a successful career and been a hard worker, and you believe it is your time now to become an investor. You hear people say that you should get educated on this crypto space before you get started. But how hard could it be? You watch a few videos. I was about to say something. Let me keep my mouth shut. You watch a few videos on YouTube or other janky crypto education projects, and you open up your Coinbase account. You purchase Bitcoin for the very first time. It was scary at first, but you got through it. You then figured out how to move crypto from one wallet to another. Now, what did we cover last night? We talked about wallets. So you figured out how to move crypto from one wallet to another, and you are getting more comfortable with the process. You think you got it now, right? You start to hear about other crypto tokens to be involved in that people are making money. So you figured out how to get a MetaMask wallet and transfer and swap tokens to get in on the meme game. Well, what does the meme game mean? How many of you have heard of Dogecoin or Shiba Inu? You know, these dog type tokens that have no backing to it. There's no real world use case, but people became multimillionaires almost overnight. And you say, I went in on that. And then you hear about the next token that's going to do what Doge did or what Shiba Inu did. Everything is going well, and your portfolio is growing. 1 year passes by, and you are in a very good position. Your crypto portfolio has exploded. You feel like you are on top of the world and start having dreams of retiring. People are now asking you about crypto, and you feel confident to start sharing. One day, you are on social media and start to hear about a new token that is going to be the next Doge. And you can get rich quick. All you must do is go to this website, connect your wallet, and be one of the first to get the token at a discounted price before launch. You connect your wallet, and what happens? Your wallet gets drained. Your crypto is gone. All your crypto is gone. You start to panic and look for a customer service number to call, but realize that nobody can help you. You gave access to your wallet to scammers. You were not hacked. You gave access to scammers. After doing some research, you learned how you got scammed and that it was completely avoidable if you knew what to look for. In other words, if you got educated on this space, you would protect yourself from falling prey to the scammers. Most scams are preventable if you take the time to educate yourself first before you attempt to build your crypto empire. And these lessons are designed to make you aware of the challenges that you will face. So let's start talking about what is cyber security. Cybersecurity for crypto is an essential consideration in the rapidly evolving world of digital assets. As more individuals and businesses embrace cryptocurrencies, and we're seeing it every day in crypto talk, the transition to digitizing assets and how much money in the world is there for digitized assets, go ahead and type it in the chat box. And I will always keep repeating this because I want this burned in your mind so you understand how huge this is. This is not some passing fad. There you go. Marnita's got it. $867 trillion. So the transition to digitizing assets introduces unique vulnerabilities that require security measures. Likewise, as cryptocurrency grows in popularity, these digital assets are increasingly exposed to threat actors. Effective crypto cybersecurity is crucial. In the realm of cryptocurrency transactions, private keys play a pivotal role in accessing digital assets. Unfortunately, these keys have become prime targets for hackers, making robust cybersecurity for crypto indispensable. Unlike traditional financial systems, blockchain technology underpins cryptocurrencies, offering both anonymity and decentralization. While these features enhance privacy, they also increase the risk of financial loss due to the unregulated nature of crypto transactions. Let's see the different types of crypto scams and risks. As the popularity of digital currency grows, so do the risks associated with cryptocurrency scams. Understanding the various types of cryptocurrency scams is crucial for safeguarding your investments and transactions. They're going to show you some of the most common risks and scams in the crypto world. Number one, oh, I did some update on this. I hope I did this right. Sensitive information theft. One of the most prevalent crypto scams that affect users involves the theft of sensitive information. And this is why everyone is moving to digital currency. There was just a data breach last week or earlier this week that I saw that something like 50 billion. No, let me think about this. What was that number? 50 million? I think 50 million people in America were affected. All your passwords and everything. And I made moves. I was changing all my passwords and all that security stuff. Not because 50 million people got hacked, one agency got hacked. And all the data that agency had now off into the wind in the black market. So make sure you guys, if you haven't paid attention to that, you're not in the inner circle. If you've got a program on your computer that has all of your passwords and things saved, you want to change all of your passwords right now because all of that is in the open. And that's what was hacked. It was the agencies that's able to store passwords that got hacked. So one of the most prevalent cryptocurrency scams that affect users involves the theft of sensitive information. Hackers often target private keys, which are essential for accessing digital wallets. Once these keys are compromised, the hacker gains full control over the victim's assets, leading to significant financial losses. So we're not talking about, you lost $500 here, $200 there because you got hacked or scammed. We're talking about the average is more than $20,000, all the way up to 20 million that we saw today, but your life savings. So you want to take this seriously to protect your assets. Sophisticated hacking techniques. There's also why another reason why a lot of people get hacked is because they're looking for help somewhere and they go to customer support and they don't know they're on a fake site, and in the need to seek help, they're exposing their crypto. And this is why education is so important. So you won't need to go to a third party to ask for help. You will know what to do yourself. That's so important. So sophisticated hacking techniques. Hackers employ advanced methods to breach crypto exchanges and wallets. And this is something that is always changing. I wrote this course in December 2024. I was motivated and scared January 2025 because while we were doing crypto talk, I ran across something that I was not aware of, and I had to go back and write a new course in the crypto security series, and that was called Crimeware as a Service. So when you think of hackers, I'm a kid that grew up in the 80s. I'm thinking of, nerds who are great computer programmers and they're able to write code and hack into computers and all this kind of stuff. They're geniuses. And there's not that many of them around, which is why the US government back in the day used to hire hackers to work for the US government because it was a very, very special and unique skill set that not everybody had access to, and that all the hackers knew each other. Today, oh no, it's not that nerd behind the computer. They've created software and programs that allows you to buy and use their programs to do all the hacking. So now anybody can do it. That's why it's called crimeware as a service. And when I saw that, my head exploded and I dedicated 2025 to be about crypto security. I might have to roll that on into 2026 as this becomes institutional, commonplace, like the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell just said yesterday, that this is now becoming mainstream, which means more and more people are going to flood into this space and they know nothing about crypto, which is good business for me when we get the word out that we have crypto education here. So, the decentralized nature of blockchain technology makes it challenging to recover stolen assets, highlighting the importance of robust crypto cybersecurity measures. So, we need to be proactive rather than reactive. You have to be in a position to prevent this from happening than after it happens trying to get your stuff back and all that, because it's almost impossible at that point. Then you have crypto mining. Crypto mining involves using computer resources to validate transactions and secure the blockchain network. However, malicious actors sometimes deploy mining malware, which covertly uses a victim's computer power to mine cryptocurrency for the attacker. This not only slows down the victim's device, but also increases their electricity costs. So here's the thing. Let me ask you guys this question. If you were at the Bitcoin 2025 convention, what was the number one thing that was all over the convention floor if it came to anything crypto and blockchain? Type it in the chat box. But here's the deal. Back in the early days of Bitcoin mining, anybody could do it. If you had a laptop computer, if you had a hard drive, if you had a gaming rig, then you were able to mine Bitcoin. And then over the years, more and more people started to mine, which now means you're competing with other miners. So you need to increase your mining power. So adding more machines. And by doing that, you're increasing the electricity costs to do the same amount of mining you were doing before. So now it's becoming more expensive and you need more power. Today, it is almost impossible for one individual to say, I'm going to mine Bitcoin. And you guys got it right. At the Bitcoin 2025 convention, we saw the floor 75% was all talking about crypto mining, but not for you and I. They were all talking about institutionals, governments, businesses, agencies, building mining farms because Donald Trump says he wants the United States to be the Bitcoin mining capital of the world. And so companies that are multi-million dollar companies and billion-dollar companies are getting into this space to do this. Again, they can afford this. But if that's also the case, what do you think the hackers and scammers are going to do? They're going to try to capitalize on this as well. So if they want to mine Bitcoin without hacking or stealing from somebody else, most important to them is power, electricity. So it's already been seen. How many of you guys have ever gone? Yeah, let me ask this question. And even those of you on YouTube, how many of you have ever gone to Starbucks and you've got your laptop out, you got your coffee, you connect to the Starbucks Wi-Fi, and you're doing some work, whether you're writing, homework, whatever. Have you ever done that? There's no shame, and I know sometimes I'm not going to say me because I've done that. There's no shame. How many of you ever gone to the airport and you connected to the charger? How many of you ever been in the hotel room and you connect to the hotel Wi-Fi on your laptop so you can do work while you're on the road? And I would say everybody. Here's what hackers are doing. They will, while you're connected to a public Wi-Fi at Starbucks or the library or at a hotel, is they will use that Wi-Fi because it's an open network and hack into your computer and use your computer power to mine crypto. And you don't even know what's going on. You'll just notice that your computer seems to be running a little bit slow, and you think, oh, it's because I'm on a public Wi-Fi in a hotel, or it's because everybody's on. Yes, but that's not the real case. It's because your computer's being hijacked, and now the hackers are using everybody's computing power to do what they're doing on the hacking side. So, as a precaution, I never connect any of my devices to public Wi-Fi's. Always, if you can, if you have a phone, you want to get with your phone service. It's called Bluetooth. What is mine called on my phone again? Where's my settings? Settings. There we go. Mobile hotspot and tethering. If you can get that on your phone so that I can actually connect my laptop and my other phones to my phone and my mobile hotspot. And technology is so good now that the speed is pretty good. I mean, even one, I was able to still stream YouTube videos on one device that's connected to my phone. So if you're in hotels, and you have to connect your computer to the public Wi-Fi, do not travel with a laptop that has all your crypto stuff on it. You guys have heard me talk about utility wallets. Well, Inner Circle, having a utility wallet, you want to have a utility laptop that you travel with, and you use that but it has no crypto on it. So even if it gets infected, there's nothing there for the hackers to take. But for me, it's a business expense that I've got mobile hotspot and tethering. I pay the extra money. And I have two phone lines, one that's personal and one that I use business. So I'm able to do everything that I need to do. So I never have to worry about the public Wi-Fi. Also, here's something else too. Invest in portable chargers. Where's mine? I have several of these. They're not that expensive at all. Portable chargers that you're able to connect your phones to charge. And no, this one I can't connect my laptop to. But have a portable charger. Hold on. Can't see it because I got my green screen on, but here's one like this, and there's many. I've got 4 or 5 of these. This one right here, I can charge 2 devices at one time, and it has the power to do at least, if I have one device, 3 full recharges. So it will last me like 2 or 3 days without having to plug my phone into a socket. So invest in multiple portable chargers and take those with you too. Why? Because if you plug your charger into a open public slot, you don't know if that has been tampered with, and that the moment you plug it in, it's a two-way street. It is now downloading malware into your phone. Think about ATMs. You guys heard about the ATM scams where some people put fake scanners on it and you put your card in there and it's not real. Even at the gas pumps, they do that too. So you got to be careful with that. So you want to make sure you have everything yourself. You don't need to use that other stuff, public stuff. Phishing attacks. Phishing attacks are common types of crypto scams where fraudsters impersonate legitimate entities to trick users into revealing their private keys or other sensitive information. This happens in the MoveQuest community all the time. We got fraudsters impersonating customer support. They've impersonated Catherine. They've impersonated Herschel. They've impersonated Lynette. They've impersonated myself. They even use AI to copy my voice and videos to trick you into giving your private key. These scams often involve fake websites or emails that appear genuine, making it easy for unsuspecting users to fall victim. So, in other words, when you think you're talking to somebody you trust, they're telling you to go to a website and connect your wallet. You just connected it to a fake site. Or they say, "Give me your seed phrase so that we can look things up." You just gave your seed phrase to a scammer. Or you might get an email from Coinbase or MetaMask or any other wallet service you may use, and they're telling you, "Oh, we found something's wrong. You got to log into your site and change your password and this and that." And it looks like it's coming directly from that source. And you click on the link, or there's pop-ups that pop up for advertising, and you're just internet surfing and you click on. I don't click on any pop-ups, anything. And on my main computer, I have so much security on it that if I accidentally did, it would freeze it right there and stop it. You guys in my inner circle have seen that happen, where I'm researching crypto tokens. I click on a site and my computer says, "No, no, 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 you can't go there." So be careful about that stuff. It's got to be verified. Pig butchering schemes. This is where the two articles that I showed you guys at the beginning, how they lost that was $20 million. The other one was $200,000. A pig butchering scam, also known as Shazuf Pan in Chinese, is a sneaky and long-term type of investment. In those two articles, that didn't happen overnight. One person, it was 2 years. The other was 18 months. Last month in Inner Circle, Patty Geis was sharing with us a friend of hers that was caught up in one of these long-term scams. It wasn't overnight, and they just kept sending money, kept sending money. So this is a sneaky and long-term type of investment fraud that often starts on social media or dating apps with a romantic angle. Social media platforms used to trick victims are called pig pens, and the lies scammers tell to keep the money flowing are called pig feed. And by now, you probably know who the butcher is in this scenario. That's right, it's the scammer. And it's not just one person. So if you think that you're having this romantic encounter with one person on the other side, when there's a whole team behind them, it's not one person. Investment scams. Investment scams lure victims with promises of high returns. These scams range from fake ICO offerings, initial coin offerings, to Ponzi schemes. Victims are convinced to invest their money, only to find out later that the scheme was fraudulent and their funds are gone. How many of you have been involved in an investment scam at least once in the crypto space? I have. Everybody gets caught. This is how we learn. Insider threats. Insider threats come from individuals within an organization who have access to sensitive information. So you got to think of it like this. When there is a crime or a person crime, most of the time the victim knows the attacker. That's why police, the first thing they look at, take a look at the boyfriend, check the husband, check the wife. Insider threats. Companies that get hacked, first person thing you need to look at, your employees. Insiders. Insider threats come from individuals within an organization who have access to sensitive information. The people in MoveQuest, the hackers, they're in the community. They have miners. They're mining every single day. They're doing submissions and claims as well. So it's not like some outside entity that just looking at it. They're in the community. These insiders can exploit their positions to steal digital currency or sabotage security measures. Implementing strict access controls and monitoring systems can mitigate these risks. The future of crypto security. The more we use cryptocurrencies, the craftier cyber attackers get. From buying and selling platforms to personal digital wallets, no part of the cryptocurrency world is safe from sneaky hackers out to get a quick buck. And again, they're always looking for new ways. In Crypto Talk, we learned of another hack or scam that I would have fallen for had I not seen it in Inner Circle. What was it? It was the Zoom scam. What was that scam? Well, in my business, my company, I have a lot of other outside businesses and individuals who would love to white label my crypto education or create a partnership. In fact, before I created ILCA, I was a consultant for different companies and I created crypto educational content for other companies. And these aren't, it's not small. We're talking it can be $30,000, $100,000 contracts. So I take that serious. And how we meet, we always met on Zoom. So this scam was that way. They would contact CEOs of companies and say, yeah, we'd love to do business with you. Can we set up a meeting with our investors and private sources? And they set up the Zoom and you hop on the Zoom and just pictures pop up, right? You can see the other people, but there's a problem. The microphone's not working for whatever reason, or the camera, or they're not able to hear you. So you've got technical challenges. And you're like, man, you're trying to be professional because these are money people on the other side, and you're getting some challenges. And then they say to you, don't worry, here's what we can do. We're going to send you a link that we can have a better connection. And you're seeing the people on the other side and they're looking bored and they're like, what's going on here? You see them looking at their watch, their clock, like wasting time, because in this world, time is more valuable than money. So in an effort to be professional and keep them pleased and try to get the deal, you click on the link that they give you. And the moment you do that, you're actually downloading malware and things onto your computer and they're stealing your crypto. I might have fallen for that because I have meetings like that all the time. But now because of that of Inner Circle Crypto Talk, and we saw that new scam, if I'm ever on a Zoom like that and I see them acting that way, tell them, no, you need to click on here. We can't. I know. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. This is a scam. This is why I also say it pays to be in the inner circle. It is important to understand that you, not somebody else, not the bank, that guy that lost 20 million, he's suing the bank and saying the bank should have seen the red flags for all of the transactions I was making. It's the bank's fault. It is you. You're the one in charge. Up to you. You're responsible for your crypto portfolio and nobody else. Not me, not ILCA, not anybody else. This is why you need to get educated. You're responsible. You must not take this lightly and invest in the time and commitment to learn how to always keep your crypto safe. Now, my last course is security. And I got people who say, Brandon, I don't want to pay for that. That's too much money to pay for your education. Do you got something cheap? I mean, is there something like that's only $10 that I could use so I can learn something? Let me tell you something. Are you willing to bet your life savings on cheap education? And then you don't figure it out until after the fact? I'm just saying. Your journey does not end here. You must be aware that the scammers are always looking for new ways to steal your crypto. So your education in this space never ends. So when I do my crypto talks every day, it's not because I'm trying to be entertaining. It's not because I'm trying to make money. Oh, how many people can I have listen to me? I'm not trying to be a YouTube influencer. How many clicks can I get? It's because I'm learning for myself. I don't call myself a crypto expert. I'm crypto versed. I am always learning because every day there's something new. There, you look at how many articles we see in the morning, and that's not even all of them that Marnita has set up for me. I don't even click on all of them in that short period of time. It's hard to keep up. I need to do 2 crypto talks a day. So that's why Inner Circle is so important. So important. As a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our lesson for day 4. Why is crypto security so important? Now, unfortunately, those of you on YouTube, I'm going to have to stop the live stream so that we can do Q&A for all of our VIP members. The Q&A is where some of you learn the most. We had a great Q&A session last night. So if you missed that, if you join the Inner Circle, you can watch the replay of that Q&A. So tomorrow night is also very, very important. Tonight we talked about why crypto security is important. Tomorrow night we're going to talk about wallet security, how to secure your wallet, some tricks of the trade. I'll teach you things you're not going to see on any YouTube videos because I've learned them personally through trial and error. I'm going to tell you guys some things. Just like an Inner Circle or Diamond class, I'm teaching myself right now a new way to trade, a new trading skill that nobody taught me. I figured it out and I'm testing it out right now. So far, it's working. I've done 40% on my money in the last 48 hours. And I'm not sitting staring at the screen all day. So it's little tricks that I'm figuring out that we teach. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Casa. I'm going to shut down the live stream. Those of you on YouTube, thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here. We will see you tomorrow night. We're going to talk about wallet security. So you can still watch even if you're not part of our Inner Circle to get this information that can save you from losing all of your crypto at no charge, just an hour of your time. With that, Miss Casa, the floor is yours. YouTube members, we'll see you guys tomorrow night.